Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be testing out our audio here real quick as we're getting ready for tonight's broadcast between East Grand Forks and Grand Forks. The JV matchup right now taking place between the Green Wave and West Fargo United, a co-op of West Fargo Cheyenne and West Fargo High School. Doing a quick test of the audio. We'll start our pregame show after this JV game wraps up in about 5 or 10 minutes.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
We welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to our coverage of Grand Forks and East Grand Forks girls hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. A little bit of a delayed start inside the Civic Center tonight. There was a delay to the beginning of the Green Wave Junior Varsity matchup as they actually played West Fargo United, a co-op between West Fargo High School and West Fargo Cheyenne. But warm-ups are underway as we get ready for what should be a scheduled start time of, let's say, around 6:15, 6:20 or so. So we have plenty of time to make our way through this pregame report, which is brought to you by Signature Graphics. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. And also True North Equipment, true to our values, driven by you, your local John Deere dealer. Getting ready for this matchup in Minnesota and North Dakota girls high school hockey, this Cross River rivalry between East Grand Forks and Grand Forks. The Green Wave have much more games under their belt so far in this 2025-26 season. They're already 7 games deep with a record just over 500. 4-3 is the record for the Green Wave. The Knightriders had their season opening game last week at the Blue Line Club Iceplex. They defeated Devils Lake by a score of 4-1 in that matchup. We're going to take our first break of this pregame show. When we come back, we'll break down the matchup between the Green Wave and the Knightriders on KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersSales.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics, we craft your vision, you watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage, getting ready for girls high school hockey action between East Grand Forks and Grand Forks, the Cross River rivalry. This pregame report brought to you by Signature Graphics and True North Equipment. The first element that we're going to take a look at will be our drive for the title. Still a very early look at the standings, both in Minnesota Section 8A for East Grand Forks and a statewide look at the North Dakota standings for Grand Forks. Each team in North Dakota just 1 game in so far early on in the season. Grand Forks starting off with a record of 1-0 in their season opener last week against Devils Lake, winning that one by a score of 4-1. Chesney Sigdahl with 2 goals in that matchup, so still a very limited sample size to go off of for the Knightriders early on this season. East Grand Forks with a record of 4-3 as we take a look at their standings in Section 8 in Minnesota high school hockey. Only one conference game that they've played so far this season. That was a victory against Crookston here inside the Civic Center. They're going to be chasing Warroad, a team that won the state championship a season ago. Warroad playing Crookston tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what the result of that game is. But an overall record of 4-3 so far on the year for East Grand Forks. 1-0 early on in the season for Grand Forks. These two teams played once last season, and that went in favor of the Knightriders. The Knightriders lost that one in a defensive grudge match by a score of 2-1 in December. So playing at a similar point in the year, the Knightriders were able to get a victory over their crosstown rival East Grand Forks. Emotions, of course, we expect to be high in a game where these girls have been playing with and against each other their entire childhood. So meeting at the varsity level here on the ice inside the Civic Center, expecting a good atmosphere, a great crowd on a cold early December evening in the greater Grand Forks region. We're happy to be bringing this game to you on KNOX Live Sports, our video coverage. You can tell your friends, your colleagues, and your family to access this video coverage by visiting our website, knoxradio.com, under the Live Sports tab, or go to our YouTube channel where you're likely watching this game. Utilize the search bar, look up KNOX TV, and while you're at it, subscribe to our channel, get email updates every time we stream a broadcast. And it is the busiest time of the year for KNOX Sports. That is the winter sports season here in the Grand Cities. High school hockey and high school basketball. There's a basketball game taking place at East Grand Forks as well tonight. EGF taking on Crookston, and we'll be covering that as well. So KNOX is in two places this evening. The Green Wave taking on the Pirates. Ryan Cunningham will be on the call for that one. My name is Sam Jensen. Alongside me is Luca Carpenter. He is the eyes of the sports department at KNOX. He'll be running the camera for us this evening, and I will be taking care of the play-by-play responsibilities. Still plenty of time remaining in this pregame show. 3 minutes remaining in the warm-ups for EGF and Grand Forks, and then they'll bring the Zamboni out onto the ice, and then we'll be close to first puck. I'll estimate that we'll probably begin this matchup at around shortly after 6:20 is the estimated time of first puck drop inside the Civic Center in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. We're going to take our second break of this pregame report. When we come back, we'll take a look at the players that we'll be keeping an eye on tonight in the matchup between the Green Wave and the Knightriders on KNOX Live Sports.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Nothing feels or performs better than a properly fitted golf club. Whether it's irons, driver, or putter, call us today for your free club fitting. For over 30 years, the Golf Center in Grand Forks has been your club fitting leader.
Valley Truck in East Grand Forks is proud to support our local high school athletes. With over 400 years of combined experience, they keep our community moving on and off the field. Trusted repairs, quality parts, and support for the next generation.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Will Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We very much take a lot of pride in our work. Customer service has always been our number one.
We have the best materials. You're going to have the best people in the area to do the job.
If you can dream it up, we can make it happen.
Or head to gworkslf.com to get started.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim can cover it all. To get a quote, go to finestautotrim.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of girls high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales. KNOX Live Sports Network just wrapping up the warm-ups inside the Civic Center as the Green Wave play host to their Cross River rival, the Grand Forks Knightriders. We're making our way through this pregame report. Once again, the pregame show is brought to you by our partners, Signature Graphics. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. And True North Equipment, they are true to our values and driven by you, your local John Deere dealer. A reminder that this broadcast comes completely free to you. No paywall that exists, no subscription that is necessary, so please support those who support us in our efforts to cover Greater Grand Forks high school athletics. The busiest time of the year in the Grand Cities is the winter sports season for the KNOX Sports Department. High school hockey playing a large role in that. Let's take a look at our next element, and this is going to be our tools of the game, brought to you by State Farm Logan Karski Agency, protecting what matters most to you, whether it be home insurance, auto insurance, life insurance. Bundle it all together with Logan at State Farm in Grand Forks. Starting off with the visitors tonight, that will be the Knightriders. Knightriders just one game into the season, like we've mentioned earlier on in this pregame report. 4 goals were scored by Grand Forks in that game, giving up 1 goal against Devils Lake. Devils Lake, admittedly a team that would probably be thrilled to pull off 1 or 2 victories this season. The Firebirds did not win a single game a season ago, so not exactly a common opponent. The level of competition will increase for the Knightriders in tonight's matchup against East Grand Forks, but the players that we'll be keeping an eye on who scored and had a hand in helping Grand Forks defeat Devils Lake last week in their season opener. Chesney Sigdahl, she had a pair of goals, including the game winner, a couple of breakaway goals on the rush, so expect the Knightriders to continue to try and spring her loose for some opportunities on the rush with some speed as well, picking up assists in that game. The other 2 goals scored by Grand Forks, include Elena Marto and then Chloe Groven. Those equate to the 4 goals that were scored by the Knightriders last week. And the goaltender in that game for Grand Forks was Kylie Schmaltz, giving up only 1 goal against and over a .900 save percentage in that game. Kylie Schmaltz played pretty sound, surprisingly, had to make a couple of big saves in large situations. Schmaltz is a senior netminder for the Knightriders. Chesney Sigdahl, looking at our program, is also a senior. Chloe Groven is a junior, and then Elena Marto, the young star of the group for the Knightriders, only a freshman. Our tools of the game now for the home team, East Grand Forks, in this year's matchup against Grand Forks. Blake Schultz, who is chasing history, learned that on the concourse earlier, just over 20 points away from the leading scorer all time in East Grand Forks girls high school hockey history, over 200 points. She was recognized for that achievement earlier on this season in the conference opener against Crookston. Schultz up to 205 career points, 10 which have come this season. That's 6 goals and 4 assists. The other leading scorers for East Grand Forks include Laurel Colstow. She has 3 goals and 2 assists, which equal 5 points on the season. And then Jolie Aker has 3 goals, as well as Keely Dronin. The Green Wave have played a couple of different goaltenders tonight. We'll still have not heard who will start in net for the Green Wave. The 2 goalies that have been sharing the net so far early this season have been Riska Sager and Emma Piper, both with an identical save percentage of .882. So a tight competition in net. Stay tuned for who gets the nod tonight from their first-year head coach, Chad Kleinwachter, going up against Kelly Kilgore. That's the coaching matchup tonight, and that's part of our Tools of the Game segment brought to you by State Farm, Logan Karski Agency in Grand Forks, building game plans to protect what matters most to you: home insurance, life insurance, car insurance. Bundle it all together with Logan in Grand Forks, the sponsor of our Tools of the Game segment. The Zamboni now on the ice as we are expecting a first puck drop of just after 6:20, after we'll hear from our starting lineups and continue to make our way through this pregame report. Pregame report, once again, brought to you by Signature Graphics and True North Equipment. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the keys to the game, getting ready for Green Wave and Knightrider hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens.
At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Nelson Auto in Grand Forks is proud to sponsor area athletics. We know the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto in Grand Forks, home to Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades, or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
The body shop you work with is your choice, so pick the local team with the service you trust. Modern Auto Body in Grand Forks can make it look like the accident never happened. Schedule an appointment for an estimate on our website or give us a call.
Welcome back to our video coverage of Knightrider and Green Wave girls hockey on the KNOX Live Sports Network. My name is Sam Jensen. I will be doing play-by-play this evening for our broadcast. Alongside me, taking care of the camera, will be Luca Carpenter for our video coverage of Minnesota and North Dakota girls high school hockey, the Cross River rivalry. We expect a great atmosphere inside the Civic Center. A delayed start to tonight's matchup due to a delay to the beginning of the JV matchup as East Grand Forks took on West Fargo to give their JV girls a game this evening as well here in East Grand Forks. We're going to continue on with this pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics. Right now, we'll take a look at our next segment, and that is going to be our Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season. Stop in today. Hockey season officially here. So if you have any equipment that falls apart or you put off getting new for the year, they will always have it for you at Hockey World. Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season and stop in today, the sponsor of our Keys to the Game segment. And we'll start off with the Knightriders. And the Keys to the Game will have to be continuing to be aggressive on their forecheck. What we noticed last week for the Knightriders in their game against Devil's Lake is they moved the puck well and they created havoc on the forecheck. Granted, that was in a game where they had quite the advantage at it from a skill standpoint. point. But if they can continue to maintain that confidence with the puck on their stick in the offensive zone, that should generate plentiful offensive opportunities for Grand Forks tonight against East Grand Forks. And then they also did a good job of protecting the house and keeping opposing forwards to the outside. So you got to help your netminder, Kylie Schmaltz, who we anticipate to get her second start of the season, the senior goalie for the Knight-Riders. That's going to be crucial tonight. East Grand Forks, we talked about some of the top-end talent, the all-state caliber level talent that they have, led by Blake Schultz, over 200 career points. So always have to be aware when she is on the ice. Now our keys to the game for East Grand Forks is you got to match that depth. They have that top line. They have that second line that consists of a couple young players for the Green Wave, including Keely Janicki and Jolie Aker, and that top line as well for East Grand Forks, obviously including Blake Schultz and Laurel Colstow. But will they be able to match the depth of Grand Forks? We saw them rolling 3 consistent lines at about an even distribution in that game last week against the Firebirds. That will be a challenge for East Grand Forks. It will match their stamina, which they've had an opportunity to build more of early this season. They've played 7 games that they have under their belt in the 25-26 season. Grand Forks, this will only be their second game. So East Grand Forks, can they take advantage of that, increase the speed? They're gonna be the fastest team that the Knight-Riders have played early on this season. Like we've mentioned ad nauseum, the Knight-Riders only defeating the Firebirds last week in their season opener inside the Blue Line Club Iceplex. So it's gonna be a step up in speed tonight against their Cross River rival East Grand Forks. Can East Grand Forks take advantage of that and set an aggressive tempo early on to try get a couple of early goals and take away the confidence from Grand Forks? Once again, these are our keys to the game. During our pregame report, the Zamboni is off the ice, and we're moments away from the reading of our starting lineups. These keys to the game brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season and stop in today. We're going to take one final break of this pregame report. When we come back, we will bring you the starting lineups and puck drop inside the Civic Center. This is Green Wave and Knightrider Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports. From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Three guests are going to join us from Grand Forks Red River. 3 guests are going to join us from Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage as we're going to read off the starting lineups for both of these teams. That will wrap up our pregame report. That pregame report once again brought to you by Signature Graphics and True North Equipment. The goalie for the Knight-Riders is Kylie Schmaltz. On defense is Elizabeth Kilgore and Hazel O'Connell. Then the starting forward line number 1 is Elena Marto, Ella Bry, and then also Ella Yana. That's our starting lineup for the Knight-Riders. These starting lineups are brought to you by our starting lineup sponsor. That is Forks Fence Company, powered by Greenworks, Grand Forks' #1 fence company. Now our starting lineups for the Green Wave. The starting in net is going to be the sophomore number 31, Emma Piper. Defense is going to be Addie Gelman. Only an 8th grader is Gelman. Her defensive partner is going to be the senior leader on the blue line, Ava Kleinwachter. Forward line number 1 will include Laurel Colstow. Also on the wing is going to be Keely Dronen, and then centering line number 1 for East Grand Forks is going to be senior leader number 8, Blake Schultz. Those starting lineups once again brought to you by Forks Fence Company, powered by Greenworks. As we gear up for this matchup between the Knight-Riders and the Green Wave, we're going to take a break as we play the national anthem inside the Civic Center. When we come back, we'll have first puck drop, Knight-Riders Green Wave on KNOX Live Sports.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
And that is the playing of the Star Spangled Banner inside the Civic Center. We are moments away from puck drop as the Green Wave take on the Knight-Riders. This Cross River rivalry, a great crowd filing in on both sides, of course. Not long commute for the fans for the Grand Forks Knight-Riders. Public address announcer inside the Civic Center poking fun at that fact, especially giving credit to the fans for Grand Forks for making the trip over the river. So it's a very friendly rivalry between the Knight-Riders and the Green Wave, and they will put those friendships to the side for the next 3 periods as we put 17 minutes up on the clock. We're not going to be able to keep track of how much time is remaining in each period tonight, so I'll give a verbal update for that every stoppage and when it is necessary throughout the course of this broadcast. We'll still be able to have a score between both of these teams, and we're happy to be providing video coverage, and it's underway. East Grand Forks taking on Grand Forks in girls high school hockey. Grand Forks getting possession after the opening face-off. They turn it over at the East Grand Forks blue line, and the Green Wave trying to move this one forward is Gelman. She'll push it forward where Schultz will be part of a puck battle at the Grand Forks blue line. Knight-Riders win that battle. They move it forward to Ella Bry. She pushes it deep into the attacking end below the goal line of East Grand Forks. Jamming it up the near wall is Cole Stowe. Forces a turnover. Grand Forks putting a shot forward. That's Chloe Erickson. And making the save is Emma Piper, the starter in net tonight for East Grand Forks. East Grand Forks has had 2 goalies that have taken on the responsibility of starting so far this season. That's Reese Kasager and then Emma Piper, our starter tonight, both with an identical .882 save percentage, so not a whole lot of separation. Piper trying to create some separation for herself in that goaltending matchup. As a shot or an opportunity gets poked away at the top of the circles, Chesney Sigdahl had it on her stick, has that one poked away by Dronin. An opportunity for the Knight-Riders on the near side. Whacking after it was Walsh. She had an opportunity on the near post, but coming over to make the save was Piper. An early opportunity for Grand Forks, and they look like they're still only 50 seconds gone, just under 16:10 remaining in period number 1, and the Knight-Riders look to be in midseason form still very early on here in period number 1. Still 16 minutes remaining on our All True Health System scoreboard. Knight-Riders. And here comes an odd man rush opportunity coming back the other way. Skating with it is Janicki. Janicki chases after the loose puck to the near hash marks. Her shot gets deflected and goes to the far side. Jolie Aker trying to get it back to the point. Hops over the stick of the defender for East Grand Forks. Having to retreat all the way back to her own blue line is Megan Berg. And the Knight-Riders will maintain possession in the neutral zone, and they'll dump it deep and go for a line change. Peyton Varnson on the near wall tries to make a move, a turnover for Grand Forks. They get possession at their own blue line. Trying to advance it forward is Paige Meager. Meager pushes it into the offensive zone, passes it to her teammate, and that's a goal for the Knight-Riders, scored by number 7, Jocelyn Kuhl. Let's take another look at that goal, brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. A good job by Meager to push this one over to Kuhl. And that was not Meager, but it goes over to Kuhl. We'll wait to hear the official scoring from the public address announcer, as we will put that into our official scoreboard. It is 1-0 Grand Forks over East Grand Forks with 15:14 remaining in period number 1. Goal is scored by Kuhl. We'll await the announcement from the public address announcer. It was Meager who moved it over to Kuhl, so I'd imagine it will be Kuhl from Meager, but we'll await the official scoring. 1-0. It is Kuhl from Meager, and that will do it for that scoring. Just a primary assist being awarded on that one for Meager as she slides it over to Kuhl, and her shot from the slot is able to beat the netminder for East Grand Forks, and the Knight-Riders, who were playing well early out of the gates, are awarded with a goal early on. And they are not done yet. Skating it into the zone is Yana. Her shot misses wide, rings around to the near hash marks. East Grand Forks is Kiera Bai gets pressed up against the near wall, and they're able to clear it out towards the center of the ice, but not able to get it out of their defensive zone. Good job holding the line by Elizabeth Kilgore on the far side for Grand Forks. Puck rings around to the near corner. A puck battle commences. Skating away with it with possession is Bai. She's pestered immediately, and Kilgore will grab it at the point and deposit it back below the goal line of East Grand Forks. Marto getting pestered below the goal line, and pushing a shot towards the net for Grand Forks is Eliana. It goes all the way over to the far wall where Kylie Hecht will collect it. Tired legs on the ice for East Grand Forks, and they'll dump it all the way down, which will result in an icing and an offensive zone face-off for the Knight-Riders. It's 1-0 Grand Forks over East Grand Forks thanks to a goal from Jocelyn Kuhl. It is officially Kuhl from Meager with 15:14 remaining in period number 1. Offensive zone possession for the Knight-Riders after the face-off. Yana down there battling with it with Marto, and it comes to Schultz. Schultz pass to the near side to Colstow on the wing. Give and go back to Schultz, who gives chase to the near corner, but she did not touch it after the red line. The return pass from Colstow did not get connected, originating from the near blue line. So that'll be another icing and another offensive zone draw opportunity for the Knight-Riders. 13-18 remaining in period number 1. The Green Wave win the defensive zone draw. Kolstow leaves it for Schultz, and she's on a rush. Schultz enters the zone. Her shot misses wide, rings around all the way to the far side. Kleinwachter holds the zone. Knight-Riders trying to clear, unable to do so. Jana has it in the far corner. She gets pressed up against the boards. Schultz giving chase as well. Teams fight for possession at the far hash marks. Skating away with it is Hazel O'Connell. Her pass to the near blue line broken up. Good job by Schultz. That's actually Addie Gelman for East Grand Forks. The 8th grade defender for the Green Wave forces a turnover at the Grand Forks blue line. Her shot attempt gets deflected, goes up into the netting, and we have a stoppage with 12:40 remaining in period number 1. Good shift there for the Green Wave in response, trying to even things up against the Knight-Riders. Offensive zone draw won by East side. Peyton Varnson's shot gets deflected, and the Knight-Riders get the loose puck, swing it to the near side. Room to skate with it is Groven. She'll ring it around to the far hash marks. Grand Forks not able to clear a shot from the far blue line coming from Sydney McDonald. Misses wide. Here's that second line for East Grand Forks out on the ice. And the Knight-Riders are able to get a nice breakout pass to the middle. Chesney Sigdahl shot towards the net. Saved by Piper. Comes to the near corner. Sigdahl collects the rebound, makes a move, has a shot opportunity at the top of the slot, passes it over to the far side to Balick. Balick's pass on the blue line gets broken up, and East Grand Forks is able to clear out to center ice. Felt like Sigdahl should have maybe have just thrown that one on net when she made the defender miss at the top of the near circle. Knight-Riders not able to get a shot off. McDonald has it behind her own net. Pass to the near wing is not able to get connected with Varnson, and the Knight-Riders will collect it at their own blue line. Doing so is Kendra Kuznia. Kuznia's pass through center ice, runs into traffic, eventually collected by Kuhl, the goal scorer for the Knight-Riders, and it comes back to the Knight-Rider blue line. Pass to the far side, nice movement through the neutral zone. Lord has it to the center of the ice, goes to Meager. Back to the point. Here's Reese Meager. Reese Meager over to Nora Lord. She's trying to, as the Knight-Riders cycle it on the far wall, eventually broken up by McDonald. She's not able to clear the zone, and the strong forecheck from Grand Forks continues as they are applying pressure in the attacking end. Skating away with it on the near side is Meager. It comes back to the point. Kuznia's shot from the blue line goes all the way through traffic over to the far corner. Rebound collected by Reese Meager, and the loose puck at the far post. A shot attempt from Grand Forks' Reese Meager misses wide. Hecht at the far hash marks, trying to just push this one out. Tired legs on the ice for East Grand Forks. A good hold on the far side. Great hands from Reese Meager, making her way towards the net. Pass to the near side, Lord. She loses possession, and McDonald does not even take time to brush it off. She'll dump it all the way down, and icing will be called. Some East Grand Forks fans think Marto was within reach of collecting that one. Would have negated the icing call. But nevertheless, we will have a stoppage. An incredible shift there from the Knight-Riders. Applying pressure there was both Paige and Reese Meager. Nora Lord as well, not able to score a goal on that opportunity. And we continue to play on. I spilled my coffee below my chair. I apologize for the interruption. And Kleinwachter goes D-to-D to the near corner. Kolstow faces pressure. She gives it to Schultz. A turnover at the East Grand Forks blue line. A shot coming from Hazel O'Connell. Gets gloved by Emma Piper. And we'll have another offensive zone draw for the Knight-Riders with just under 10 minutes. 9:57 remaining in period number 1. It's been all Knight-Riders early on. They lead by a score of 1-0 and 4-1 in the shot department. Puck coming back to the points is poked forward by Kolstow. And it is going to be collected by the Knight-Riders' O'Connell below her own goal line. Icing is called off. The Knight-Riders on the far wall. Ella Yanis skates forward, has her pocket picked by Schultz. Schultz drops this one for I believe she was trying to drop that one off to Kolstow. Comes back to the point. We play on. Kleinwachter, far side, her shot looking for a deflection. Misses the net. Comes back to the near side. Gelman holds the zone for the Green Wave. Loose puck collected by the Knightriders, and they're able to clear a top line out on the ice for the Green Wave. They're generating offensive zone opportunities led by Blake Schultz. She skates into the attacking zone, dumps it deep, and gives chase. The Knightriders unable to break it out on the first attempt. Reversing course is Chesney Sigdahl coming to the near side. Schultz goes for a line change. And there's open ice for Hazel O'Connell to skate out of her own defensive zone. She crosses center ice, and she'll dump this one into the far corner. It rings around behind the net. Gelman moves it to the near side, giving it to Varnson. Varnson is not able to get it out of the attacking zone. A turnover at the blue line for East Grand Forks. Here's Sigdahl at the near wall. Her shot was looking for a deflection. It does hit traffic, but comes to the near corner without going on net. Varnson still trying to get it out for the Green Wave. A shot comes from the near point, originating from Kiera Botnin. The rebound goes to the far wall. It's collected by Jolie Aker, and she'll skate it all the way below the goal line of the Knightriders. Comes to the near side. Varnson gets taken down. Don't see any delayed penalty will be called. We continue to play on. Here's Janicki. Janicki making her way towards the net. Her shot attempt misses high. The rebound goes to the far side, and Janicki wins a puck battle. Trying to make her way towards the center of the ice. It's picked off. Good move there by Dusty Balick to move up into the play to take it away from Janicki. Blake Schultz, or correction, that's Megan Berg. Get my 6s and my 8s mixed up. Dumps it into the attacking end for the Knightriders. Immediately collected by Botnin for Grand Forks. She dumps it all the way down, but it does not reach the goal line, so icing is called off. Berg will go D-to-D with her partner McDonald. She swings it to the near wing, and getting it out of her own zone is Kiera Bai, and there's a collision at center ice, and that will result in a penalty. As the collision will be, it looked like a tripping call. Looked incidental, just two players who collided in the neutral zone. A centering pass for East Grand Forks, breaking it out of their own zone. The penalty will be assessed against the Knightriders' Kiera Botnin. 2 minutes for tripping with 7:24 remaining. An opportunity for the Green Wave to tie things up on the RBB Electric power play. Face-off is being taken to the right of the goaltender, Kylie Schmaltz. It's won by the Green Wave, goes to the far blue line. Kleinwachter has it on the wall. Her return pass, trying to give it back to Schultz. It goes over her stick, and Marto collects it, trying to go towards the center of the ice, has it poked away by Schultz. Now here comes Schultz coming back the other way, entering the attacking zone for the Green Wave. Is forced behind the net of the Knightriders, and Schultz will set up this RBB Electric power play for the Green Wave. Comes to Kolstow on the near dot. Kolstow circles the wagons, puts a shot towards the net, hits the side of the net, does not make its way on frame. Rebound goes to the far corner. Not able to clear are the Knightriders. Kleinwachter holds the zone. It goes low to Gelman. She has it below the goal line, trying to get connected with Kolstow, making her way towards the net. But instead, it comes all the way back to number 15, Keely Dronin. And her shot goes to the far wall. Schultz trying to get connected with Kolstow on the near wing. That one's broken up nicely by Marto. And the Knightriders will clear with 1 minute gone on the power play for East Grand Forks. They move quickly back into the attacking zone. Laura Kolstow has it on the near wall, trying to make her way towards the net. Looks like she got wrapped up. Once again, no call on the play. We play on. 45 seconds remaining on the skater advantage for East Grand Forks. A shot from Gelman gets blocked. Great effort on the penalty kill there by Eliana, and she'll clear it all the way down. Now just 33 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Green Wave. Peyton Varnson moving through center ice, has a turnover at the red line, and immediately collecting that one for the Knightriders is going to be Chesney Sigdahl, and her clearing attempt all the way into the East Grand Forks zone instead goes into the Green Wave bench. So that will result in a neutral zone draw with 23 seconds remaining on the Green Wave power play, 5:47 remaining in the period. Face-off comes to the near side. Aker collects it, skates into the attacking zone, throws on the brakes, gives it back to McDonald. McDonald's shot hits traffic, and there was a scramble right on top of the crease. Coming and moving it to the corner and out of harm's way are the Knight-Riders, able to clear his signal. Comes back to the near side. Aker drops it, but it exits the attacking zone, and the Knight-Riders are back at full strength. That pass coming from East Grand Forks' Claire McDonald originated behind the red line. Does not hit its intended target, goes all the way down, so that will be an icing. And a good job there by East Grand Forks penalty kill as they stay 100% on the season. 5:19 remaining in period number 1. Offensive zone draw for the Knight-Riders. They lead 1-0. They win it. Shot towards the net and then whacking at it on the far post is Groven, still loose. A shot attempt, a one-timer in the slot, gets broken up nicely, and here comes Janicki. Janicki at the top of the near circles, rifles a shot, high glove side. Catching it is Schmaltz, and she'll hold on to it. An opportunity for East Grand Forks after Grand Forks was applying pressure around the net. Janicki forced a turnover in her own zone at the top of the circles. She takes it herself all the way and rifles a shot at the top of the near circle on the rush. Looking to go top shelf, but it gets gloved by Schmaltz. She stayed standing during that save. We continue to play. Knight-Riders in the near corner, pass to the near wing to Ava Walsh. She gets pressured on the near wall. Pinching is Megan Berg. And the Knight-Riders will have to try the opposite wall to break this one out. Still facing pressure from this East Grand Forks forecheck. Kylie Hecht applying pressure below the goal line. Knight-Riders come back to the near wall, and they'll just dump this one out to center ice. It's collected by Sydney McDonald, sophomore defender for the Green Wave. She turns it over. An opportunity for the Knight-Riders coming back the other way. An errant pass from Paige Meager goes all the way to the far wall. Now with it below the goal line as Ava Walsh has it taken away, and East Grand Forks clears to center ice. A potential opportunity here for Kiera Bai as she turns it over at the Grand Forks blue line. Her shot attempt misses wide. The deflection and loose puck collected by Rasmussen. Rasmussen throws it towards the net, hits traffic, comes back to Berg at the top of the near circles, and her shot attempt also runs into some shot blockers for the Knight-Riders. Loose puck collected by Ava Walsh, and she will dump it all the way down 200 feet the length of the ice. So an icing against the Knight-Riders and an offensive zone draw upcoming for East Grand Forks. 3:49 remaining on our Ultra Health System scoreboard in period number 1. Draw is won by Green Wave to Kolstow. Kolstow to Kleinwachter at the far blue line. Her shot gets redirected, comes to the near corner, collected by Kolstow. Once again, Schultz has it below the goal line, looking for Dronin, and it pass gets deflected. It's still in the high slot. Finally, the Knight-Riders are not able to poke it forward. Good hold there by Schultz at the near blue line. But offensive zone possession for the Green Wave does not last. The Knight-Riders clear all the way down. It was deflected by East Grand Forks. Icing is called off. And now the Green Wave are trying to break it out of their zone on the near wall. Kolstow trying to get past Kiera Botnan. She's able to hold the zone momentarily. Schultz turns it over at her own blue line, and a shot towards the net gets deflected, originating off the stick of Eliana. It gets gloved by the sophomore netminder Emma Piper, and she'll hold on to it with 3:06 remaining in period number 1. Defensive zone draw won by East Grand Forks. Comes to Gelman. Her pass to the near wing gets broken up, and the Knight-Riders doing a good job of not giving the Green Wave easy breakouts, but someone who can break it out all by themselves is Blake Schultz. She goes coast to coast from the near dot. Her shot save is made by Schmaltz. The deflection goes up into the netting. One-man breakout there for Blake Schultz, skating it all the way from her own end, all the way to the attacking end. Her shot from the near circle was a strong snapshot, trying to go top shelf once again, maybe having to change their strategy on these shots or East Grand Forks. Save made by Schmaltz. Schultz presses a Knight-Rider forward up against the wall, and the Green Wave will hold the zone. Kleinwachter deposits it below the Knight-Rider goal line, and Marto will throw it off the near wall and break it out. Kleinwachter has to collect it in her own zone in the near corner. She rings it around to the near side, trying to get connected with Colstow. Colstow will leave it for Blake Schultz. Colstow goes towards the center of the ice. Eyes on the net. She'll rifle it right into the glove of Kylie Schmaltz. She's standing tall. That will be a stoppage with 2:10 remaining in the first inside the Civic Center. The Knightriders leading the home team, the East Grand Forks Green Wave and Girls High School Hockey. Shots on net in favor of the visitors, the Knightriders, 7-4 in that department. Comes to the near side, Ava Walsh from the near wing. Her breakout pass goes all the way to the far side. Here's a breakaway for Sigdahl. Sigdahl on the backhand is not able to beat the pad of Emma Piper, getting to the near post. We'll capture that replay and show it to you. A grade A opportunity for Sigdahl on the breakaway. Now coming back the other side is East Grand Forks with numbers and opportunity in the slot. And a save made on Jolie Aker. Back-to-back great saves. Good puck movement on the rush for East Grand Forks. Aker had it in the low slot, trying to go low this time, but getting down to make the save is Kylie Schmaltz. 1:30 remaining in period number 1. Kuznia in the near corner. Her centering breakout pass is broken up by McDonald. A turnover at the Green Wave blue line. McDonald throws it towards the net. It misses wide, and the Knightriders will collect the rebound and dump it all the way down. It's played by Piper, which will negate the icing. 1 minute remaining in period number 1. Turnover at the red line. Dumping this one deep is Elizabeth Kilgore. Megan Berg gives chase. Her breakout pass to the near wing. Collected by Varnson. She's not able to clear the zone for the Green Wave. Good job moving up is Kilgore. Kilgore once again holding the zone. Her shot towards the net gets blocked by Berg on the way. Loose puck collected by Janicki. Janicki pushes it forward along the near wall. Comes out to center ice. The Knightriders have to regroup, and they'll cough it up at the Green Wave blue line. Berg slides it over to McDonald, and the Green Wave once again get it out of their own zone, out to center ice, and the Knightriders regroup and dump it all the way down, but it will be an intentional offsides. Did not appear like the Knightriders were aware that there was a delayed offside, so the faceoff will come all the way down to the attacking zone for East Grand Forks. Could be an opportunity with 26 seconds remaining in period number 1. Schultz loses her footing, chasing after the puck below the goal line. Kleinwachter holds the zone. Her shot is blocked by Jana, and Jana skates it out of the attacking zone for the Knightriders. Goes to the far side, Dronin. Pass to the near wall. Colstow gives chase. Schultz shot with just 3 seconds remaining, rings around to the far side, and that will do it after 17 minutes of play. The first period has wrapped up inside the Civic Center. The Knightriders lead this one after the first by a score of 1-0 on our All-True Health System scoreboard, thanks to a goal scored by Jocelyn Kuhl. We're going to take a break, hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll bring you the intermission report, show you some highlights from that first period, that goal from Kuhl, as well as a big save on the breakaway for Sigdahl made by Emma Piper. We'll be right back. This is Knightrider and Green Wave Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more.
The offensive zone looking for a centering feed, trying to get connected with Kuhl. Right on top of the crease. Here comes Devil's Lake break.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries
whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck. Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome to our first intermission report on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. After the first, it's the Knightriders leading the Green Wave by a score of 1-0 inside the Civic Center here in East Grand Forks. The scoring summary, albeit brief, brought to you by our Light the Lamp sponsor, Bergstrom Electric. The light does shine brighter at Bergstrom Electric. Trust them for your home projects as well as your commercial builds. The employee-owned professionals at Bergstrom Electric, the sponsor of our scoring summary. Only one goal is a part of that summary coming in period number 1, scored by the Knightriders. Number 7, Jocelyn Kuhl, the freshman forward, takes advantage of a pass that was moved forward. The assist coming from Paige Meager. Let's take a look at that replay. This replay brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency, the only goal that we have. Meager enters the attacking zone on the far wall, comes to the center of the ice, and a shot from well above the circles coming from Kuhl is able to beat the netminder for East Grand Forks. And that is the one goal that was scored in period number 1 at the 1:46 mark of the first, so very early on. And the shots are also in favor of the Knightriders, 8-5 in that department. Only one power play that was for East Grand Forks. They clearly were not able to take advantage as the Knightriders penalty kill unit was able to kill off the penalty that was taken by Kiara Botnan. This intermission report is brought to you by our partners Grand Forks Welding, the men of steel since the 19th century, all the way back in 1885. Grand Forks Welding has been providing service to our community. And our other intermission sponsor is High Plains Water, your home's clear choice for awesome water. Quality water will improve every aspect of your life. It'll be better tasting water, softer clothes, clearer skin, and softer sheets as well. So our intermission sponsors, Grand Forks Welding and High Plains Water. Also in action tonight, we have the East Grand Forks boys. We'll try get a scoring update for that game here, but also taking place in East Grand Forks over at the high school gymnasium is our coverage of East Grand Forks boys basketball, and East Grand Forks is taking on Crookston. You can just click on the logo of our channel on our stream, and you will be able to look at the videos that we have that are live. You will click the live tab on our channel page, and you'll see our offerings tonight. This matchup inside the Civic Center, the Cross River rivalry between the Green Wave and the Knightriders, and then the Green Wave in basketball taking on the Crookston Pirates. Both of those games available to you. That basketball game also on air on the flagship KNOX 1310 AM, 107.9, 103.3 FM. The latest scoring summary I have, or score update I should say, from the Gardens in Warroad have the Warriors beating East Grand Forks. It was 2-0 late in period number 3 with just over 2 minutes remaining. So that's our scoring update from the Gardens in Warroad, an early Section 8 rivalry matchup between Warroad and East Grand Forks in boys hockey. The East Grand Forks girls team also in a rivalry matchup, albeit not a conference game, but a lot of pride on the line against their Cross River rival, the Grand Forks Knight-Riders, who have the lead in enemy territory over the Green Wave by a score of 1-0 after one period. That goal once again scored by Jocelyn Kuhl, and the assist coming from Reese Meager. Let's take another look at that goal scored very early on in period number 1, just 1:46 into the period. As you'll see, Meager slide it over to Kuhl, and Kuhl just throwing what appeared to be an innocent shot towards the net. It beats the netminder for East Grand Forks, and that's the only goal to speak of. But a strong save from East Grand Forks kept things 1-0, an early candidate for our cover of the game that we'll hand out in our post-game report. Comes to the near side as a breakaway from Chesney Sigdahl. She had 2 of those against Devils Lake. Goes all the way to the far side. Here's a breakaway for Sigdahl. Sigdahl on the backhand is not able to beat the pad of Emma Piper. Is Emma Piper. So that's the goal for East Grand Forks, or for Grand Forks in period number 1. And a big save that was made by Emma Piper, the sophomore goaltender for the Green Wave, to keep it a 1-0 score. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be really close to the second period inside the Civic Center. Once again, this is Knightrider and Green Wave Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Nothing feels or performs better than a properly fitted golf club. Whether it's irons, driver, or putter, call us today for your free club fitting. For over 30 years, the Golf Center in Grand Forks has been your club fitting leader.
Valley Truck in East Grand Forks is proud to support our local high school athletes. With over 400 years of combined experience, they keep our community moving on and off the field. Trusted repairs, quality parts, and support for the next generation.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We very much take a lot of pride in our work. Customer service has always been our #1.
We have the best materials. You're going to have the best people in the area to do the job.
If you can dream it up, we can make it happen.
Or head to gworkslf.com to get started.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim can cover it all. To get a quote, go to finestautotrim.com.
That will do it for our first intermission report, getting ready for the second period of this girls high school hockey matchup between the Knight-Riders and the Green Wave of East Grand Forks. That intermission report brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and High Plains Water. The second period will begin here shortly. The Zamboni just getting off the ice. A reminder that this coverage of Grand Forks high school hockey is brought to you completely free. No subscription that is necessary, no paywall that exists. So please support those who support us, whether it's one of the ads that you see during our breaks or a live read that I mentioned myself. None of our coverage of Greater Grand Forks high school athletics would be possible without the support of our amazing sponsors, including our intermission supporters, Grand Forks Welding and High Plains Water. Only goal scored in that first period coming for Grand Forks. The goal is scored by Jocelyn Kuhl. We'll show you that replay again as we wait for the second period to begin. Once again, just an innocent shot, it appeared, just inside the blue line of the attacking zone for the Knight-Riders. Perhaps surprising the goaltender of East Grand Forks, but it beats Piper high blocker side. She had a big save later on in period number 1 to keep it a 1-0
throws
game.
it all the way through center ice.
Chesney
It's collected
Sigdahl
by
was sprung
Schultz
loose
on
on a
top of her
turnover
circles.
at center ice, led to a breakaway opportunity.
Slicing
All right,
through
we're not
center
showing you.
ice.
Here's
Comes to
the
near
here's the
side.
opportunity
Ava
for
Walsh
Sigdahl.
from
As
the near
Sigdahl was
wing.
sprung loose, a stretch
goes
pass goes all the way to the far
Here's a
blue line.
breakaway for
And she
Sigdahl.
goes
Sigdahl
forehand,
on the backhand is
Piper
not
meets her
able
to the near
to
post,
beat the
and that
pad
kept
of
it a
Emma Piper
1-0
getting to the
game
near
here
post.
inside the Civic Center. The Knight-Riders leading over the East Grand Forks Green Wave on our Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're going to take one final break. When we come back, we'll have period 2 inside the Civic Center. This is Green Wave and Knight-Rider hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
Welcome back to the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're moments away from puck drop in period number 2. The Green Wave trailing the Knight-Riders by a score of 1-0 as we get ready for the second inside the Civic Center. My name is Sam Jensen. I'm doing play-by-play for us tonight in this matchup between the Green Wave and the Knight-Riders. Doing camera work for us is Luca Carpenter over at East Grand Forks High School's gymnasium. Is Ryan Cunningham providing coverage for Green Wave basketball as they take on the Crookston Pirates. We're playing hockey inside the Civic Center, and the opening faceoff at center ice. To begin, the second is won by the Green Wave. Kleinwachter in her own zone, passes it forward to Kolstow. Kolstow trying to move it forward along the far wall, runs into traffic. Loose puck collected by Kilgore. Her shot from the blue line, save made by Piper, big save. Rebound collected by Gelman. She rings it around to the near side. Dronen trying to give it back to Kleinwachter, a turnover below the goal line. And eventually Dronen is able to move it forward to Schultz, but not able to get it out of the zone. A turnover as the Knight-Riders try to dump it deep. Gelman moves it forward, and now Grand Forks will try to break it out of their own zone. Good job skating it out herself is Hazel O'Connell. Hazel O'Connell going coast to coast, gets pushed to the far corner by Gelman. Below the net is going to be Chesney Sigdahl trying to move that one back to Gelman, and the Knight-Rider forecheck will commence. Ava Walsh in the far corner, getting pressed up against the boards by a couple of defenders, eventually pokes loose to Schultz. Schultz has it taken away by Sigdahl. Sigdahl makes a nice move on the near wall, skating back towards the center of the ice, goes to the far point, shot coming from Botnan, hits traffic. Sigdahl from below the goal line, passes it back out towards the slot, comes all the way to the neutral zone. Tired legs on the ice for East Grand Forks. Gelman in front of the Knight-Rider bench, hands it off for Schultz. She'll cross center ice, has it poked away from her. Kolstow will collect the loose puck, and she'll dump it deep. The Green Wave go for a line change. Sigdahl at her own blue line, moves it forward, trying to get connected with Groven. She'll deflect it into the attacking zone. The Knight-Riders go for a line change for themselves. Berg will reverse course, coming back to the near side. She'll leave it for her defensive partner, McDonald. Pass to Varnson on the far wing, comes back to the point, and a block shot by Janicki. She's in a foot race. Great job coming back on defense for Grand Forks. That's number 16, Paige Meager, making a nice play on the back check to negate what could have been an opportunity for Keely Janicki for East Grand Forks. Varnson collects a loose puck at her own blue line, enters the attacking zone, throws on the brakes, and she'll dump it below the goal line of Grand Forks. Pass comes to the near wing. McDonald unable to hold the zone for the Green Wave. Skating with it on the near wall is going to be Chloe Erickson. Her pass all the way to the far side leads to a shot attempt for Groven. And that will miss wide. Correction on the shot attempt there was Jocelyn Kuhl, the goal scorer for the Knight-Riders early in period number 1. The only goal so far in this matchup between the Green Wave and the Knight-Riders, coming all the way back at the 1:46 mark of the first period. The Knight-Riders unable to clear it out of their own zone, holding it the blue line for the Green Wave is Brooke Hecht stepping up once again. Not able to hold the zone this time as Marto goes to the far side. She makes a move at the blue line, and that will cause an offsides as the Knight-Riders enter the attacking end. Could have been a 3-on-2 opportunity. It's negated by the offsides, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 13:36 remaining in period number 2. Face-off is whistled off as after it looked like Yana had won it for the Knight-Riders on the Green Wave blue line. And the referees will have a conference potentially. Now the clock is running inside the Civic Center. It was 13:36 from my memory. They're going to have to put that time back on as the clock is uncontrollably running inside the Civic Center. Over 13 minutes remaining, and the score for both teams is completely erased off the scoreboard. Clock continually runs. Gives us an opportunity to give a shout out to our timeout sponsors. Timeout not called by either team, trying to fix the scoreboard issues inside the Civic Center. This timeout is brought to you by Big Jim's Tire. No job is too big for Jim's, the region's largest agricultural tire supplier. And also Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run apparel, sign, and promotional item shop in Grand Forks, wearing a KNOX embroidered quarter zip up in the press box inside the Civic Center. That was done wonderfully by Elizabeth and her team over at Apex Apparel. Get your branded apparel at Apex Apparel, or you could also get your softball jerseys for the upcoming season, beer league hockey, whatever it is that you need apparel for. Trust Elizabeth and her team. Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire, the sponsors of our timeout in KNOX Sports. And the clock issue appears to have been resolved, although we will not shave off. We are back to 13:36 remaining in the second, and we are back to action. The Knight-Riders win the neutral zone face-off, comes back one cleanly to Reese Meager, and she'll cross ice, dump this one in over to the far side. Yana collects the loose puck on the forecheck for the Knight-Riders. Kendra Kuznia looking for a shot at the top of the circle, but it's gloved by Piper. Kuznia stepping into that one, skating from the blue line all the way to about maybe 2 yards on top of the circles. A strong wrist shot goes into the glove of the sophomore netminder for East Grand Forks, and it stays 1-0. The Green Wave are able to clear this one. Comes out to center ice. Skating with it is Kylie Hecht. She has it taken away from her. Correction, that's Brooke Hecht. Grand Forks waits to enter the attacking zone. Waiting patiently is Reese Meager. Now she skates it in on the far wall. Skating behind the net, looking for a centering feed. Actually a backhand back-around attempt from Meager. Gets denied by Piper on the near post. And having it poked away from her for Grand Forks. And the Knight-Riders will regroup. Marto has it poked away by Kleinwachter at the red line. Kleinwachter, the defender for East Grand Forks, trying to move that one forward. Correction, that was Colstow with the nice play on the far wall for the Green Wave. Blake Schultz, below her own goal line, pokes it forward. Trying to get it to Colstow. It gets deflected and comes to the near wall where Ava Kleinwachter waits patiently, passes to the far side. Nice breakout pass. Colstow enters the attacking zone. Her shot on net is gloved by Kylie Schmaltz. She'll hold on to it. Still 1-0, now 12:22 remaining in the second. Shots are tightening up. Not a whole lot of shots on net from either team. A lack of overall grade A opportunities. 9-8 are the shots on net in favor of the Knight-Riders. Centering feed for East Grand Forks goes all the way over to the far wall. Ava Walsh unable to clear. Gelman does a nice job holding the zone. Her cross ice dump in comes to the near side. It's played by Hazel O'Connell. O'Connell evades a forechecker, passes it to the near side to Sigdahl. Sigdahl's breakout pass is broken up by Gelman. Her shot from the high slot will miss the net. Grand Forks collects the rebound, and they will dump it all the way down. Good shift there for the Green Wave, still trying to tie things up with 11:47 remaining in the second period. A good breakup at the blue line by Addie Gelman. Thinking of her brother on the boys team, that's Addie Gelman making the play. Is the 8th grade defender for the Green Wave, creating a turnover in the offensive zone. Her shot attempt misses wide. A shot from the point makes its way on net, originating from Kleinwachter. Goes to the far wall. Gelman will try to hold it in for the Green Wave. She will not be able to do so, but she has possession, and she re-enters the attacking zone. Has it poked away from her by Balick. East Grand Forks now on the near corner. Here's Janicki. Janicki centering feed goes off the back of the net. Balick will ring it around to the near hash marks. Kleinwachter will pinch, and she will hold the zone. Janicki once again trying to pick it up in the near corner. Skates past it, and Grand Forks' Kiera Botnin rings it around to the far wall. Loose puck comes back towards the center of the ice, collected by Erickson, and she'll dump it all the way down. That's whistled for an icing. And we'll have another stoppage, another quality shift for East Grand Forks, creating a lot of pressure on the forecheck. Getting activated in the offensive game plan are these defenders for the Green Wave. They have a good 4 solid defensemen plus who have the ability to pinch, and they trust their skating ability to where if they are unsuccessful to get back into the play defensively. And there's Berg on the far side, pinching, trying to hold the offensive zone, pressing up the Grand Forks wing on the wall, but Yana collects the loose puck and sends it to the neutral zone for the Knight-Riders. Re-entering the attacking zone is Janicki. It's poked away. Here comes Balick coming back the other way. Balick top of the near circles, her centering feed, trying to get connected with Marto. Goes all the way to the far wall. Janicki with room to skate in her own zone. Passes it forward to Varnson. Varnson, 2-on-1 potentially developing. Has it in the far corner. Her centering feed able to get connected with Aker. Aker not able to push a shot towards the net. Comes to Marto at her own blue line. She skates through center ice, runs into traffic, and she'll dump it deep. Collected by Sydney McDonald. The Knight-Riders go for a line change. McDonald with plenty of room to skate. She'll take it all the way to the Grand Forks blue line. Now entering the attacking zone. Her shot attempt gets blocked. The deflection goes to the far wall. Good job holding the zone there by Kylie Hecht. She tries to dump it deep and chases after it into the near corner. East Grand Forks now starting to control pace of play here in period number 2. They lead on in the shots department 10-8. Claire McDonald trying to skate it out of her own zone on the far wall, runs into some traffic. Finally, the Green Wave are able to get it out towards center ice. Braley Rasmussen guiding it. The Knight-Riders dump it back, where the Green Wave will try to break it out once again. Here's Hecht on the near wall. Hecht pushes it forward, comes to Rasmussen, 2-on-1. Rasmussen's shot gets blocked. Good defensive positioning by Kuznia. The Green Wave really starting to control pace of play night and day from period number 1. Right as I say that, here come the Knight-Riders with numbers. Groven unable to cleanly enter the zone. She has to reach back for it, and when she does, already entering the attacking zone for the Knight-Riders was Ava Walsh. So that will result in an offsides with just over 9 minutes remaining, 9:03 in period 2. The Knight-Riders still holding on to a 1-goal lead over East Grand Forks. East Grand Forks playing better hockey here in period number 2, controlling the pace of play, nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Kleinwachter to the near wing. Dronen whiffs on her centering feed, trying to give it to Schultz. Goes to the far corner where Kolstow has it for the Green Wave. She throws it off the wall, and it comes to center ice where it's played by Kilgore. She dumps it back to the Grand East Grand Forks blue line, where Colstow collects it in stride, enters the attacking zone. Her centering feed is broken up, and the Green Wave forecheck forces a turnover. Dronin centering feed goes to Colstow, and she has a shot right on top of the crease, but I believe that missed the net. Great A opportunity for East Grand Forks after a turnover being forced on the forecheck. Knightriders unable to clear the zone. Klein Wachter holding the offensive zone possession for the Green Wave. Schultz's shot from the blue line misses high, and now we have a centering feed that the loose puck is collected by the Knightriders, and skating it out towards center ice is Paige Meager, and she'll dump it deep. Her dump in was deflected. It originated from behind the red line, so no icing is called. Now a turnover for Grand Forks on the forecheck. At the East Grand Forks blue line, a shot is innocently thrown towards the net, easily saved by Piper, and that will be a stoppage with 7:45 remaining in period number 2. Another quality shift for the Green Wave. Good work there by Keely Dronin, forcing a turnover in the near corner. Then her centering feed does go onto the tape of Colstow on top of the crease, but Colstow not able to put it on frame. East Grand Forks gets a grade A opportunity, and they're not able to cash in. Knightriders trying to regain momentum here in period number 2. Forcing a turnover on the forecheck themselves. A shot from the far circle from Marto. Puck is loose on top of the crease. East Grand Forks gets it out of danger, but Balick will throw it back down low to Marto. Low to high. Balick over to the far side. And now we have an opportunity for Marto on the near side, and she's able to cash in. The Knightriders double their lead, now 2-0 over East Grand Forks. Let's take a look at that replay brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. It's Marto scoring for the Knightriders. There was a delayed penalty. A loose puck just harmlessly comes to Marto all by herself in the low slot on the near side, and she's able to rifle it home. And the Knightriders have taken a 2-goal lead. They lead with 7:08 remaining in period number 2. That goal scored by Marto. We will await the announcement from the public address announcer to hear if that was assisted. The penalty is negated after the goal from Grand Forks. And after East Grand Forks has been controlling the pace of play for the majority of the second frame, the Knightriders are the first to get a goal here in period number 2. They double their lead, leading 2-0 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Berg in her own zone, getting pestered. She'll drop it for McDonald behind the East Grand Forks goal line, and there's a turnover, but the loose puck is collected by Aker, and her clearing attempt is broken up. East Grand Forks thought they had numbers coming back the other way. The loose puck is collected by Yana. Yana puts on the brakes on the near hash marks in the attacking zone. East Grand Forks is able to take it away, and coming back the other way is Janicki entering the attacking zone. Janicki throws on the brakes, comes back to the point. McDonald has a clear lane to shoot, and her shot goes in. That's a goal for East Grand Forks with 6:22 remaining in period number 2. A shot from McDonald will go in, and we will show you that replay when we can. Not able to do so right now. But the Green Wave cut the lead in half with 6:22, just 40 seconds after Grand Forks made it a 2-0 game. East Grand Forks gets a goal from number 17, Sydney McDonald, the sophomore defenseman. A strong wrist shot from McDonald was able to squeak through the pads of Kylie Schmaltz, and we're back to a 1-goal game. East Grand Forks skating out of their own zone is Kira Bai. She enters the attacking zone on the near side. Gives it to Rasmussen, trying to make her way towards the net. Gets poked away. Sigdahl has it on the near hash marks. She skates back towards the center of the ice. Dangerous area, able to get it out towards center ice. East Grand Forks tries to clear it back deep, but the Knightriders take over at their own blue line. Reversing course is Kuznia. So it is Sydney McDonald, and the assist coming on that goal comes from Megan Berg and number 21, Jolie Aker. So it's going to be McDonald from Berg and Aker Just 40 seconds after Grand Forks made it 2-0, the Green Wave are able to cut that lead in half. It's now 2-1 on our All True Health System scoreboard with 5:15 remaining in period number 2. The Green Wave get another burst of energy after that most recent goal. They were disappointed to give up the second after they were controlling pace of play very early on and throughout this second period. But they're able to capture the momentum right back after McDonald's is able to finish off a nice play. The assist on that one coming once again from Berg as well as Aker. 5 minutes remaining in period number 2. Offensive zone faceoff for the Knight-Riders. Jana trying to push this one forward. Instead, it will come back to Klein-Wachter. She'll go D to Gelman. Gelman in the far corner. Returns it to Klein-Wachter. She tries push it to Dronen on the near wing. Goes back to Gelman behind her own net. Her breakout pass leads to a turnover at the blue line. A shot from Kilgore hits traffic, and Schultz will collect it in stride. Schultz unable to skate it in cleanly. She'll dump it deep onto the tape of Marto, and Marto will skate it out of her own zone. She crosses center ice, passes it off the wall to herself. She'll try center it in the far corner. She's taken down. Penalty upcoming against East Grand Forks. We'll get our first look at this Knightrider power play with 4:23 remaining in period number 2. Good job by Marto to draw that penalty. She skated it out from her own zone all the way into the attacking zone, playing it to herself off the far wall. And she's taken down in the far corner by Blake Schultz, who will go to the penalty box. Didn't see the call from the official on the ice as I was rifling through some notes, so we'll await that announcement. Has to be a holding or potentially a hooking call against Schultz. McDonald, the goal scorer for East Grand Forks, enters the attacking zone. Here's numbers for the Green Wave. McDonald trying to make her way towards the net. She's taken down, and just 21 seconds into the Knightrider power play, we will go to 4-on-4 as McDonald goes coast to coast, making a move, trying to make her way back towards the middle of the ice to get the puck onto her forehand. She gets taken down, and it will be a tripping against the Knightriders. The penalty going against Hazel O'Connell. With 4 minutes remaining, we'll play 4-on-4 for the next minute 39, at which point East Grand Forks will have a condensed 21-second RBB electric power play. Offensive zone draw for the Wave, taken by Janicki to the right of Schmaltz, the netminder for the Knightriders. The draw is won by Jana for Grand Forks. Comes back to Botnan. More room on the ice, playing 4-on-4. Breakout pass to Marto leads to a turnover momentarily at the blue line. Grand Forks able to regain possession. They dump it all the way down, playing 4-on-4. That will be an icing. So we'll come back to where we started from, an offensive zone draw again for the Green Wave. Just 13 seconds off the clock, 3:47 remaining in the second. The Knightriders leading in the shot department, 14-12. Offensive zone draw, this time won by East Grand Forks, but Berg coughs it up. It's taken by Sigdahl. Sigdahl on the rush, has it taken away by McDonald. And now Berg has it behind her own goal line. Berg comes back to the near side, cuts back towards the center of the ice, passes to the far side. It will be collected by Janicki. Janicki picks up a bouncing puck. Her pass to the near side gets deflected, goes into the near corner, where Balick will give it to Sigdahl on the near wing, who skates towards her own goal line, comes around the net, and will skate it out of her own defensive zone. Sigdahl has that taken away by Aker. And then the Green Wave turn it over at the Grand Forks blue line. A shot and a pad pass. Sigdahl waiting for that rebound. Good high IQ play by Meager, looking for an opportunity off her shot. But East Grand Forks is able to clear that out of harm's way. They skate it all the way down, and the Knightriders are quick to break it out. Comes into the East Grand Forks zone. An odd angle shot coming from Botnan. Misses wide. Goes to the far side, where Claire McDonald will bring it to the near side. Here's Dronin. Dronin gives chase to the near corner as the Green Wave's Blake Schultz comes out of the penalty box. They will have now 15 seconds on the RBB Electric power play to try even things up. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in period number 2. Schultz attempting to hold the zone on the near side, but a good work by the Knightriders. Number 27, number 23. Don't have that number on my program. Or that is Ella Bride. Able to clear. Here's Balick. Gets it at her own blue line, or the East Grand Forks blue line. She's taken down. Bodied by Schultz. No call on the ice. Colstow enters the attacking zone for the Green Wave. She'll ring it around all the way to the near hash marks where Dronin's waiting for it. Dronin has it taken away by Balick. Her clearing attempt is successful, and it was tipped forward by Kleinwachter. She'll deflect it behind her own goal line. Gelman gets pestered by the forecheckers from the Knightriders. Kleinwachter pass to the near side, gets broken up. Marto to the far blue line. There's Kuznia. She'll ring it around to the near corner. Kleinwachter pokes it forward, not able to clear. Dronin's clearing attempt held in by Meager. Here's Reese Meager skating to the top of the far circles. Comes back to Kilgore. Her shot gets deflected, goes on net. Good net front presence by Ella Yana, but the save is made by Emma Piper. With 1:04 remaining in period number 2, it's 2-1 in favor of the Knightriders. After this period, we'll show you highlights of both of the goals that were scored in this second period. Bring you through that scoring summary as we're gearing up for what should be an exciting period number 3. Still 1 minute left to go here in the second. The Knightriders trying to add on to their lead. They're able to not hold the zone, as it appeared Reese Meager was unsure of whether or not she had kept that in the attacking zone, so instead she regroups. Marto collects it at the top of the circles in her own end. She retreats even further before turning back up ice. Her pass through the neutral zone gets deflected, goes all the way to the near corner where Kasager will go D-to-D with Gelman. Gelman, no stranger to going coast to coast, passes it to the near wall. Hex pass to the far side is out of reach of its intended target, Kiera Bai, and it comes to the near corner. Just 7 seconds remaining. Puck comes to center ice. Could be an opportunity, but a good job protecting the puck there is Megan Berg. So that will wrap up period number 2. A goal apiece for the Knightriders and the Green Wave in that second period of play. We will go into our second intermission break with the Knightriders leading the Green Wave by a score of 2-1 on our All True Health System scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll show you the highlights of those goals and bring you through a scoring summary. This is Knightrider Hockey and Green Wave Hockey on KNOX Live Sports.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens.
At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Nelson Auto in Grand Forks is proud to sponsor area athletics. We know the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto in Grand Forks, home to Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
The body shop you work with is your choice, so pick the local team with the service you trust. Modern Auto Body in Grand Forks can make it look like the accident never happened. Schedule an appointment for an estimate on our website or give us a call.
Welcome to our second intermission report from inside the Civic Center. This matchup between the Green Wave and the Knightriders in girls high school hockey is in favor of the Knightriders. After 2 periods of play, they lead by a score of 2-1 on our All True Health System scoreboard. This intermission report once again brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and High Plains Water. Right now we'll show you those goals from that second period. Believe we have these goals loaded in correctly into our log here. The second goal was for the Knightriders, and it was scored by Elena Marto. Did not hear the announcement from the public address announcer, but I can't imagine this was an unassisted goal. Comes all the way to the near side, maybe a bumper pass from the far side. We'll try to get a number on that once again, as that was a goal that was scored by Elena Marto. We'll show that one to you once again. Trying to get a number on that far bumper player. Looks like she was able to deflect that, and it comes to Marto all by herself right on top of the crease. Not able to get a number there, but that gave the Knightriders a 2-0 lead. Able to take it away. At the 7, coming back the other way, remaining entering the attack number zone. 2. Then just 40 seconds later, the Knightriders with a nice play comes back to Sydney McDonald, and her shot goes in. High, and that's a goal. Squeak through the netminder for Grand Forks Kylie Schmaltz, and that makes it 2-1 on our All True Health System scoreboard. That scoring summary brought to you by our Light the Lamp sponsor, Bergstrom Electric. The light does shine brighter. 2 goals to bring you through there in period number 2. We'll show them to you once again, because why not? The second goal once again scored by Elena Marto for the Knightriders. A delayed penalty on the play comes to Marto all by herself, and she goes 5-hole to beat Piper for East Grand Forks, and then this goal take it away for coming back the other way is Janicki entering the attacking zone. Janicki throws on the brace, comes back to the point. McDonald has a clear lane to shoot, and her shot goes in. Didn't know that they had scored for the first couple of seconds there, but the Green Wave were able to cut the lead in half. The assist on that goal scored by East Grand Forks is Sydney McDonald, coming from Megan Berg and also Jolie Aker. Jolie Aker doing a good job of gaining the zone entry. That she received the pass from Berg. So I believe that will officially go into the books as McDonald from Aker getting the primary assist, and then the secondary assist should go to Megan Berg. Once again, that scoring summary brought to you by our Light the Lamp sponsor, Bergstrom Electric. The light does shine brighter. This is our second intermission. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will bring you the rest of this second intermission report and be close to puck drop inside the Civic Center. We're going to be headed to the third. It's Knightriders 2, Green Wave 1.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports. From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to this intermission report after period number 2, gearing up for the third. This girls high school hockey matchup between the Knightriders and the Green Wave after 2 in favor of the Knightriders by a score of 2-1. Their goals coming from number 7, Jocelyn Cool, in period number 1. The assist on that one coming from Paige Meager. And then they doubled their lead with 7:08 remaining in period number 2. Goal coming from Elena Marto. Unsure on who was given the assist. We'll have to await the box score from the scorekeeper's box in the post-game show. And then East Grand Forks was able to bring it within 1 just 40 seconds after Grand Forks took a 2-goal advantage. Scoring that goal for East Side was number 17, Signe McDonald, with the assist coming from Jolie Aker and Megan Berg. This intermission report is brought to you by our partners, Grand Forks Welding, the men of steel since 1885, and High Plains Water, your home's clear choice for awesome water. Quality water will improve every aspect of your life. Better tasting water, clearer skin, and softer clothes and sheets. Get an upgraded water system from the trusted professionals at High Plains Water, them and Grand Forks Welding, the sponsors of our intermission report. Also in action tonight was the East Grand Forks boys team. They took the trip up to Warroad, and last we saw it was 3-0 with just 20 seconds remaining in period number 3. So got to imagine that the result stood, whether or not another goal was scored. But Warroad winning the early season Section 8 rivalry matchup between the Warriors and East Grand Forks. A matchup of the last handful of section finals, but most recently, of course, East Grand Forks defeating Warroad here inside the Civic Center in the section final a year ago to advance to the state tournament, which they went on to win, defeating St. Cloud Cathedral in the state championship. The girls for East Grand Forks also running into Warroad on a consistent basis. Warroad defeated Crookston in the section final a year ago, but the Green Wave feel like they have the team this season, led by Blake Schultz, who is chasing history. Does not have a point tonight. Only 1 goal scored by East Grand Forks. She did not have a hand in that score for the Green Wave, but I was told on the concourse before the beginning of our broadcast, I am aware that she is over the 200-point threshold, or the 200-point mark, I should say, in her career. An incredible achievement in which she was recognized for earlier this year on the ice before a matchup against Crookston. but just over maybe 20 to 25 points away from the record holder for all-time points in girls high school hockey for this East Grand Forks program. So Schultz chasing history, and then another defender for East Grand Forks who, if she was playing forward, would probably be putting herself on pace to have an over 200-point career for the Green Wave, and that's Addie Gelman. She's been really noticeable all night long with her skating ability. East Grand Forks really controlling pace of play in that second period. The wind was taken out of their sails when Grand Forks was able to take the 2-goal lead. That goal scored by Marto. But then 40 seconds later, the Green Wave were able to capture that momentum back. A nice zone entry by Jolie Aker. She dropped it back to Sydney McDonald. Her strong wrist shot initially saved by Kylie Schmaltz, but was not able to glove it cleanly. Eventually, it was able to squeak past the senior netminder for the Knight-Riders. And that brings us to where our score currently sits, and that is 2-1 in favor of the Knight-Riders over East Grand Forks. We are headed to period number 3. The Zamboni is off the ice. The teams will be returning to the playing surface, but before we do that, we'll send you to one final break. When we come back, we'll have the third period in this matchup between the Knight-Riders and the Green Wave on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Welcome back. We are just moments away from the beginning of period number 3 inside the Civic Center in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. The Green Wave hosting their Cross River rival, the Grand Forks Knight-Riders. The score from this matchup a season ago was exactly as it stands now. The Knight-Riders taking home the victory last year against East Grand Forks by a score of 2-1. That was played on December 14th at Eagles Arena in Grand Forks. Now the Blue Line Club Iceplex. We'll take some time getting used to saying that. But now we're inside the Civic Center, and the Green Wave are looking for a different result. 17 minutes back up on the clock, center ice face-off, and we are underway. Third period of play between the Green Wave and the Knight-Riders. The Green Wave providing pressure immediately. Colstow pushes it forward. Dronin will give chase, but it will be broken out on the far wing by Grand Forks. Good pass from Botnet, or Bry, I should say, to Jana. Jana's shot misses high. Kleinwachter's ring around attempt goes into the skates of a forechecker for Grand Forks. The Green Wave unsuccessfully able to break it out along the far wall. Now a breakout attempt comes to the near side, does not reach its intended target, but comes to center ice. Jana regrouping for the Knight-Riders, skating towards the net with numbers. She had support from trying to get a number there. She had support from Elizabeth Kilgore skating in with her, but Jana was unable to move that one over cleanly. Now a shot from Jana from the top of the circles. A save is made by Piper. The rebound was fought for, but eventually the Green Wave able to get that one out of harm's way. Comes back to center ice. It's picked up by Schultz. Schultz gets spun around. No call. There is a call. It'll be a hooking minor called against Grand Forks as Schultz was attempting to enter the attacking zone. She got spun around by Dusty Balick, who will go to the penalty box for 2 minutes with 15:54 remaining in the third. The Green Wave will have an opportunity to even things up at 2 on the RBB Electric power play. Draw will be taken to the left of Kylie Schmaltz. It's taken by Janicki. Second power play unit out there for East Grand Forks. A shot coming from Aker gets deflected, comes to Berg at the bottom of the near circle. Now Aker, the top of the near circle. Shot is blocked by Botnan. Deflection goes to the far side. Knightriders unable to clear. Sydney McDonald, the goal scorer for the Green Wave, will drop this off to Hazel O'Connell. Correction, that's Peyton Varnson. Peyton Varnson rings it around to Berg below the goal line in the near corner. Berg still with possession. She'll have that one taken away by Botnan, who will proceed to clear it all the way down. Just 1:15 remaining on the penalty against the Knightriders. McDonald skates it all the way out of her defensive zone. She enters the attacking end for the Green Wave. Her shot from the far circle trying to beat the netminder Kylie Schmaltz short side is saved and held on to by the senior goalie for the Knightriders, Kylie Schmaltz, with 1:05 remaining on the RBB Electric power play for East Grand Forks. 14:59 in regulation. Grand Forks wins the defensive zone draw, and they clear it out to center ice. Does not make it far. McDonald will slide it to Colstow on the near side. She quickly re-enters the attacking zone, and she'll ring it around to the far hash marks. It's collected by Schultz on the backhand. She comes back towards the middle of the ice, and she'll turn it over at the Grand Forks blue line. Schultz will regroup herself all the way to her own end. Pass comes to the near wall to Laurel Colstow. Colstow to Sydney McDonald. Nice play in the defensive zone. Goes to Dronen. Dronen leaves it for Schultz. Schultz trying to make her way back on her forehand. She's going to shoot this one, makes a move. Now still has it. Top of the crease, backhand opportunity. Save is made. Puck is still loose. McDonald has it at the point. She has it poked away, and she will regroup, coming out back towards center ice. Schultz making an opportunity for herself, making a move at the bottom of the near circle. McDonald re-enters the attacking zone. Comes to Colstow. Her one-timer's deflected. Battling after it on the far post. A strong one-timer from Laurel Colstow may have got iron. Grand Forks back at full strength. And we're going to have a penalty against East Grand Forks. Some extracurricular pushing and shoving after the whistle, and it will result in a Green Wave player. This is going to be Schultz going to the penalty box. Some frustrations being let out after the whistle. A grade A opportunity as Sydney McDonald slid it over to Laurel Colstow, and she rifled off a strong one-time slap shot from the top of the near circle, and that may have gotten iron. And now talking about the pendulum of momentum swinging back and forth. Felt like East Grand Forks, after generating those opportunities on the power play, now they go to the penalty kill. And the Knightriders will have another crack at the RBB Electric power play. Here's Yana. Yana passes it to Kilgore at the near hash marks. Comes back to the point. O'Connell's shot gets deflected. Misses wide. Yana has it below the East Grand Forks goal line. Comes back to O'Connell at the point. Pass to the far side, return to O'Connell. O'Connell pushes it low. That's where Ella Bry has it. Ella Bry centering feed to Kilgore right on top of the crease, standing tall as Emma Piper. And she keeps it a 2-1 game with 13 minutes remaining in period number 3. A minute 15 on the East Grand Forks minor, assessed to Blake Schultz after the whistle. That was a roughing minor. Here comes O'Connell entering the attacking zone. Her shot misses wide, rings around to the near hash marks, comes back to the point. Yana slides it over to Marto. Marto skating back towards the center of the ice, comes to the near side. O'Connell with a strong wrister, and that hit traffic. Did not make its way on net. Clearing attempt unsuccessful. Knightriders still with possession. 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Yana brings it back to the point where Marto will send it back down low to Erickson. Erickson's return pass back up high gets broken up by Keely Dronen, making a nice play in her defensive zone. The sophomore forward will clear, and the Green Wave will get a line change. 20 seconds remaining on the RBB Electric power play for the Knightriders. Yana enters the attacking zone on the far wall. She's going to drop this one off to Walsh. Walsh behind the net of East Grand Forks, comes to the near side, comes back to the point where Sigdahl has it. Sigdahl puts on the brakes, trying to shake off Janicki. Sigdahl will hand this off to Groven. Groven down to Walsh in the near corner. That's actually Balick, the Green Wave, back at full strength. Good job by the East Grand Forks penalty killing unit. Blake Schultz back out onto the ice with fresh legs. 11:40 remaining in regulation. Centering attempt is broken up. Janicki will collect the loose puck. She passes it forward to Schultz. Schultz with fresh legs, skates around the defender, making her way towards the net, skates around the net, has it on the far wall. Circling the wagons is Blake Schultz. Her shot from the top of the circles is saved. Seeing that one cleanly was Kylie Schmaltz, as she has that one right in the breadbasket. She'll hold on to it for a stoppage with 11:23 remaining in the third period. The Knight-Riders still leading the Green Wave by a score of 2-1. Consecutive power plays for both of these teams, both unsuccessful, both teams generating quality offensive opportunities. We're back to 5-on-5. Could have been another penalty there on the far wall. It goes uncalled. The Knight-Riders clear it out to center ice. Comes to the Grand Forks blue line, pushing this one forward as Reese Meager. It's collected by Gelman at her own blue line. She loses possession, gets a return pass. She gets pressed up against the wall on the far side, and that's going to be a penalty against Grand Forks. Reese Meager trying to rub off Addie Gelman as she was skating on the far wall in the attacking zone for East Grand Forks. She gets taken down. Does Gelman by Meager. Meager goes to the penalty box, and East Grand Forks is back on the RBB Electric power play. With 11 minutes remaining in the third, Reese Meager will serve a 2-minute minor for body checking. Clearing attempt successful. Hops over the stick of Kleinwachter. Kleinwachter at her own blue line comes to Kolstow. Kolstow pass to the far side. Here's Schultz entering the attacking zone. Schultz wants it on her forehand. Schultz, top of the circle, rifles a wrist shot, and it goes into the chest of Kylie Schmaltz. Once again, Schmaltz seeing that shot cleanly the entire way. East Grand Forks doing a better job of putting shots towards the net. They need to maybe get some more traffic to block the vision of Schmaltz. Here's Kolstow off the face-off, trying to beat Schmaltz high, but she's able to hold on to it. Kylie Schmaltz, standing tall, is the senior goalie for the Knight-Riders. You want your best penalty killer to be your goalie, and that's what Schmaltz has been here in period number 3. 1:38 remaining on the penalty against Reese Meager for the Knight-Riders. 10:35 remaining in the game. Blake Schultz getting steered to the side. Gelman picks up the loose puck. Gelman looking for a centering feed. All by herself is Dronen in front. Puts a shot towards the net. Once again, Schmaltz makes the save. Loose puck collected by Mardo. She's skating at full speed into the attacking zone. Her shot towards the net easily saved by Piper. Deflection comes to Gelman. Gelman passes it forward to Kolstow. She enters the attacking zone. She's going to try drop this to Schultz. Schultz return pass back to Kolstow, who then drops it back off for Schultz once again. Has it at the far wall, dropping it off for Kleinwachter. Kleinwachter back to Schultz, middle of the blue line. Her slap shot will break a stick. But we have a whistle, unsure on the reason, and it appears maybe a Green Wave forward was, I'm not sure what the whistle was for. I'm not even going to try speculate on that one. Maybe look to my right to my colleague Russ Hans to see if he has an idea of what could have whistled that play dead. Nevertheless, it will be a neutral zone faceoff, won by East Grand Forks. 50 seconds remaining on the skater advantage for the Green Wave. Berg pushes it forward to Kolstow. Nice pass through the neutral zone, and Kolstow will ring this one around all the way to the far corner. Gets rung around back to the near hash marks where Kolstow waits for it. She collects it on the backhand, pushes it below the Knight-Rider goal line. Elizabeth Kilgore will be pressed up against the wall, and it feels like she's content to be there, burning off more time on the penalty kill for the Knight-Riders. 25 seconds remaining on the power play for East Grand Forks. Kilgore just pressing it up against the wall intentionally. East Grand Forks continues to whack after it. Kilgore killing off 10 seconds of time. Finally, it's pried loose. Schultz centering feed. That was Berg centering it. Schultz has it now. The penalty is expired as Schultz is forced to retreat to the neutral zone. She has it at her own blue line. Skating north once again. Wants it on her forehand. She has it, and she's going to move in all by herself, but not able to beat the netminder as Schultz found herself in a grade A scoring opportunity in the low slot on the forehand, trying to beat the netminder low glove side, but Schmaltz is able to bring that elbow to her rib cage to press that puck against her side, and we have a stoppage with 8:48 remaining. In regulation, we play 5-on-5. Reese Meager, fresh out of the penalty box, passes it forward to Nora Lord. And she gives it back to Meager, who crosses center ice and dumps it deep into the attacking end for the Knight-Riders. Goal scorer number 1 on the night, Jossie Kuhl, trying to get this one back to the point. And Kuznia will deposit it to the near corner. Megan Berg for East Grand Forks passes it to the far wall. Nice breakout pass by Aker, goes to Janicki. Janicki enters the attacking zone. Varnson collects the puck that was poked away from Janicki. Janicki below the goal line, losing possession. Could have been a centering feed. No one there for the Green Wave. And the Knight-Riders clear to center ice. Berg from her own blue line, looking for a stretch pass through the neutral zone. Lots of bodies on the ice, no whistle. Janicki enters the attacking zone. Her shot towards the net gets deflected, pops up into the air, and that will be a can of corn for Kylie Schmaltz. She'll hold on to it with 7:41 remaining in period number 3. East Grand Forks starting to feel that increased sense of urgency from the Green Wave, putting more shots on net. They lead in the shot department 23-21, but are losing where it matters on the scoreboard, 2-1 in favor of the Knight-Riders. Kiera Bai, near hash marks, has it taken away. Marto, pass towards the center of the ice. Not a clean connection, and East Grand Forks will dump it. But the Knight-Riders from their own zone are able to clear once again. Teams trade possession. Icing is called off. Brooke Hecht being pestered by a Knight-Rider forechecker, and the Knight-Riders gain possession. Marto back to the point. Balick to the near side. Here's Kuznia. Kuznia's shot misses high and wide. Marto pushes it to the near corner. It's picked up there by Claire McDonald. Claire McDonald skates it to her own blue line, not able to clear, and now a loose puck, and McDonald on her backhand is able to get it out towards the neutral zone. McDonald, with forecheckers coming in on her, is able to clear this one. Thought that was an icing, but it was deflected by a Knight-Rider. So icing is called off. 6.5 remaining in regulation. The Green Wave trail the Knight-Riders by a score of 2-1 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Next goal, obviously very big. Klein Wachter in her own zone, passes it to the near side where Kolstow comes to the center of the ice, passes it over, and protecting the East Grand Forks bench is Kylie Hecht. She goes for a line change. Here is Gelman. Gelman's shot from the high slot, saved by Schmaltz. Schmaltz has been standing tall all period number 3. Lots of shots coming from the Green Wave, a lot of them being thrown right into the chest of Schmaltz. She's had to move east to west, but her glove has been strong. You're not going to beat her high. Knight-Riders unable to clear. Klein Wachter looking for Kolstow on the near side, just out of her wheelhouse. She has to adjust. It goes over to the far corner. Dronin's centering feed gets broken up, and the Knight-Riders will turn it over at their own blue line, but eventually they're able to get it out to center ice. Dronin, after the Green Wave regroup, re-enters the attacking zone. Her shot towards the net hits the defender, and Groven picks up the loose puck. She'll dump it all the way down. It's tipped by Klein Wachter. Icing called off. 5:30 remaining. Comes to Kolstow at the near hash marks in her own zone. She tries to deflect it to Schultz, but Marto picks that one off. She loses possession. Schultz skates through center ice, enters the attacking zone. Once again has it poked off her stick. Comes to the red line where Addie Gelman tries to re-enter the attacking zone for the Green Wave, but she runs into her teammate Blake Schultz. And Marto will push this one forward, forcing Sydney McDonald to put the brakes on below her own goal line. The Knight-Riders trying to push this one towards the front of the net. Yana has it on the near wall. Skates towards the center of the ice at the blue line. Shot from the point. saved by Piper. Rebound goes to the far wall. Yana with another shot attempt. It'll miss high and wide, ring around to the near side. Colstow will collect it in stride. She'll cross center ice. She's looking to get this one deep and go for a line change. She'll do so. Second line out there. Jolie Aker gives chase. Kendra Kuznia rings it around to the far wall. Good job stepping up for East Grand Forks is Kinsley Beeland. Dangerous area for the Knightriders to turn it over. Jolie Aker tries to push that one forward, but it will result in an easy save on the ice for Kylie Schmaltz. 4:27 remaining in regulation. The Green Wave are applying pressure, but have yet to solve the enigma that is Kylie Schmaltz here in period number 3. The goal scorer, McDonald, will even things up. No, it's a high stick. The goal is called off. Sydney McDonald, who scored the lone goal for East Grand Forks in period number 2, thought she had her second of the night, which would have evened things up at 2 apiece. But her shot was tipped on the way towards the net. Not sure which Green Wave player was able to cause the deflection, but it is whistled as a high stick. So that will take the goal off the board. And we will continue to play with 4:22 remaining. The Green Wave still trailing by 1. Offensive zone faceoff won by the Knightriders. Varnson on the wall. Rings it. Not able to clear. Good job by this Knightrider forecheck. Knightriders still able to maintain offensive zone possession on the near wall. Finally, Sydney McDonald skates to the far side. Aker tries to jam it out. A turnover and a shot attempt from Balick will get deflected by Piper, and the rebound will go up into the netting and out of play. So another stoppage with 3:48 remaining. Maybe a timeout here from head coach Chad Kleinwachter for East Grand Forks to give his top players some rest. We will not have a timeout, and the Grand Forks Knightriders will win the offensive zone draw. Turnover at the East Grand Forks blue line. Pushing this one forward is Varnson, trying to make it towards the net, but she's rubbed off by Kilgore. Varnson still applying pressure in the attacking end for the Green Wave. Will cough this one up, and Groven will clear it out towards center ice. Groven applying pressure, and she gets too aggressive against the defender for East Grand Forks, Claire McDonald. She will take a spill, and it will be a cross-checking penalty against Chloe Groven. The junior forward for the Knightriders will serve 2 with 3:18 remaining. Prime opportunity for the Green Wave to even things up late in period number 3, and here is where you will likely get a timeout from head coach Chad Kleinwachter before the power play, and once again we will not get a timeout. Schultz wins the faceoff. A shot off the draw from Dronen is saved by Schmaltz. The rebound collected by Balick, and she will dump it 200 feet down the length of the ice. Playing it is Piper. She'll swing it to the near wall. After a minor battle, it's skated away with by Blake Schultz. Schultz enters the attacking zone on the left side. That's where she likes it on her forehand. She'll put on the brakes, trying to make its way back towards the point. 2 penalty killers for Grand Forks in the corner. Could have been an opportunity for East Grand Forks, but they're not able to center that one. And Grand Forks is able to clear. 1:15 remaining on the power play for East Grand Forks. 2:30 remaining in regulation. Just 1:16 separating the game clock and the penalty against Grand Forks. Kleinwachter up to Colstow. Colstow with plenty of room to skate. Enters the attacking zone. Makes a move. Brings it to the near side just out of her reach. Balick will deflect it. Comes back to Gelman. Gelman looking for a deflection. It is deflected but goes on frame innocently, and Kylie Schmaltz will hop on top of it. 45 seconds remaining on the Chloe Groven cross-checking minor. 2:03 remaining, and now we will get a head coach timeout from head coach Chad Kleinwachter This timeout brought to you by Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. Just 2 minutes remaining between the Knightriders and the Green Wave on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Welcome back. Coming out of this timeout called by East Grand Forks, trying to draw up a play on the whiteboard. They have 45 seconds remaining on the RBB Electric power play. 2:03 remaining in regulation. Still in net for the Green Wave is their netminder, Emma Piper. That timeout once again brought to you by Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel. Here we go. It's crunch time inside the Civic Center. Offensive zone draw, won by the Green Wave. Colstow with the shot off the face-off. Rebound goes to Gelman, and she's not able to get all of it on that rebound attempt. Colstow with an odd-angle shot, looking for a scrum in front. Loose puck collected by Kuznia, and she will clear. Good play drawn up by the East Grand Forks coaching staff. Colstow had an opportunity off the face-off, but it was unsuccessful. Here's Schultz coming back. 20 seconds remaining on the skater advantage for the Green Wave. Schultz all by herself, and she hits the post. Schultz gets past the Grand Forks defenders, just running out of real estate. Still, puck is loose on top of the crease, and the Knightriders are able to clear. Chloe Groven comes out of the penalty box. We are 5-on-5. Icing is called off, and Sigdahl is the first to the puck below the East Grand Forks goal line. Marto on the far wall comes back to the point. Kuznia's shot gets deflected up into the air. Sigdahl first to it in the far corner. Her centering feed to Marto gets deflected. Here comes Gelman. 1 minute remaining in period number 3. Gelman on the left side. Her shot gloved by Schmaltz. Schmaltz coughs it up intentionally. We continue to play. Knightriders unable to clear. Berg steps in on the far wall. Finally, Grand Forks clears. That puck is on its side. Icing is called off. Now it's a foot race. Groven from an odd angle puts it in, and that should do it. The Knightriders take a 3-1 lead with just 37 seconds remaining in period number 3. Chloe Groven from an odd angle. We'll show you that replay, brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. The goal will be scored by Groven. We'll await the announcement. You see Groven wins that foot race, then from an odd angle, the bottom of the far circle is able to put that one into the back of the empty net. And the Knightriders will go on to win this one. And here comes another opportunity for Marto after the center ice draw. Her one-time shot from the near dot is saved by Piper. And we continue to play on. It will be a victory for Grand Forks. They will be the recipient of the Jarrell Sports Center Trophy for the second consecutive year. Jarrell's a proud supporter of local high school sports, a supporter of the KNOX Sports Department, and they support and sponsor the trophy that's handed out to the victor of this matchup in girls high school hockey between the Cross River rivals. And for the second straight year, the Knightriders come out victorious with a 3-1 victory over East Grand Forks. East Grand Forks falls to 4-4 on the season. The Knightriders stay perfect just 2 games into their 2025-2026 season. They're 2-0. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll show you the highlights from this game, hand out some post-game awards, and bring you the post-game show. We'll show you all the goals, bring you through a scoring summary, and hand out some awards to individuals who had spectacular efforts. We'll be right back with the post-game report. The Knightriders beating the Green Wave by a score of 3-1 on KNOX Live Sports.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports. From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
Welcome back as Luca Carpenter is dialed on camera showing you the post-game celebration for the Knight-Riders as they win the Jarrell's Sports World Trophy as the winner of this Cross River rivalry matchup between Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. It's won by the Knight-Riders by a score of 3-1. We'll hide these scores from you as they are reversed. It is 3-1 in favor of the Knight-Riders. That's our final score. We are now in the post-game show. This post-game show is brought to you by Spray Advantage, everything you need for the chemical and spraying application on your farm, as well as the Ski and Bike Shop, where your next adventure begins. We're going to start by bringing you through a scoring summary, showing you highlights from each of these goals. Starting off way back in period number 1, the Knight-Riders got the scoring started. A goal scored by Jocelyn Kuhl. Jocelyn Kuhl with what appeared to just be an innocent shot at the blue line. The assist is given to number 16, Paige Meager, but Kuhl is able to put this one to beat the East Grand Forks netminder. That gave the Knight-Riders a 1-0 lead. They doubled their lead in period number 2 with 7:08 remaining in the second period. A bumper play on the far side comes back to Marto, Elena Marto, all by herself, and she's able to beat the goaltender. East Grand Forks is able to take it away. Coming back the other way is Janicki. Seconds later in the attacking zone. Janicki throws on the brakes, comes back to the point. McDonald has a clear lane to shoot, and her shot goes in. Finally is That's a goal. Kylie Schmaltz, she did not give up a goal for the remainder of the game. And the final goal that we have is just a replay of that empty netter scored by Chloe Groven with 37 seconds remaining. So that made it a final score of 3-1. Groven winning that foot race to the far corner. Her odd angle shot, got to give her credit. That was far from a gimme. Was able to put that one home. And that is what brought us to our final score of the Knight-Riders defeating the Green Wave by a score of 3-1. That scoring summary is brought to you by our Light the Lamp sponsor, Bergstrom Electric. The light does shine brighter. Now it's time for a couple of individual awards that we need to hand out. Starting off with our cover of the game, the best defensive play of the game. This comes from a save made wing by East Grand Forks,
all the way to the far side. Here's a breakaway for Signal. Signal on the backhand is not able to beat the pad of Emma Piper getting to the near post.
She tried to go forehand, backhand, but beating her to the near post was Emma Piper, so that will make her the recipient of tonight's Finest Auto Trim cover of the game. Big or small, they will cover it all. And then next we will give you our play of the game. Our play of the game will have to be that game-winning goal scored by Grand Forks, the Knight-Riders. This one was scored by Elena Marto, a bumper play that resulted in Marto being all by herself on the near side on a delayed penalty, and she's able to put that one home. That ultimately became the game-winning goal for the Knight-Riders, the second goal in a 3-1 victory for Grand Forks. That play of the game is brought to you by Holloway Junk and Demo, the lead provider of junk removal services in the greater Grand Forks area. So we've brought you through a scoring summary, showed you our play of the game, our save of the game, and now it's time for our final award that we will hand out, and that will be our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. And this will go to the goaltender for the Grand Forks Knight-Riders. I'm going to give it to Kylie Schmaltz, being peppered in that third period. She had 28 shots against her, making 27 saves. Schmaltz moves to 2-0 on the year, making a lot of saves and a handful of grade A opportunities for East Grand Forks. The lion's share of those opportunities coming in period number 3 when the lights were brightest. Standing tall in the occasion was Kylie Schmaltz, so she will be the recipient of our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. The PS stands for Pride and Service. This time of year, it can stand for Peaceful Season as well. That will do it for our broadcast. Feel free to switch over to Ryan Cunningham at East Grand Forks High School's gymnasium as he's covering Green Wave basketball against Crookston. But from inside the Civic Center, Sam Jensen, Luca Carpenter, Russ Hans, calling it a night. Until next time,